Now, were tigers? Look, I don't know too much about them, so I went and found a reliable source to ask some further questions. So when you think of were tigers, what do you think of?
Well, I think of them being gross, weird, and really sharp teeth. Just like when saber-toothed tigers were around. Just a lot uglier.
They are ugly, that is for sure. If you were to name a were tiger, what would you name them?
Gross tigers?
Gross tigers?
Mm-hmm.
Are they that gross?
Yes, they are. They drool like you can see in the picture.
They drool. The things I learned include they're ugly, they have razor sharp teeth, they drool a lot, and well, mainly they love invading a good old-fashioned village. And this cooperative dice rolling game is going to be the family game that you need to know about. Let's go check out were tigers. Welcome to Scenic Tharmanthi Village, and these are our wonderful villagers, and our job is to protect these villagers from these evil were tigers trying to break into our village and then trying to attack our villagers. So these were tigers come in different forms. You're going to have daddy ones, baby ones. You also got some big boss monster ones that will come later in the game. They're all bad news. That's the main thing you need to know. They're all bad. Okay, so our job now is to defend the village, and how are we going to do that? We're going to do that through dice rolling. Each player is going to have at the start of the game 2 dice to roll, and over the course of the game, hopefully you can allocate some dice to your XP track. If you fill that, you'll then get extra dice, and then I'll have 3 dice every turn, and then maybe even 4 dice. But outside of that, we can allocate these dice to our cards here, and these are going to be the 4 starting cards you get: Trapper, Recruiter, Builder, and Scout. And you can allocate these cards to these different ones. So Scout, for example, will let me allocate this to reveal one of these tokens. Now we know revealing tokens is pretty important, so let's reveal that token, and good, it's actually not even a were tiger, so that's great news. So I've allocated that dice, now I've got a 3 left over. I can't put a trap out. A trap would mean I would need to have rolled a 6. I can't do the builder because I would have need to roll a double, but I could allocate this to my recruiter, which means I've got a 3, but I need to get to 8 to be able to recruit another card into my tableau. But the good thing is I can just leave that dice there for next round, and then next round hopefully I get more pips, and then we can get a recruited card into our hand. But the other thing I could do is I could also just allocate it to my XP track, and then next time I roll a 6, I've got myself an extra dice. So there's a few different ways I can spend those dice. But the other thing I could do is I could try and attack these were tigers. So this were tiger especially is looking pretty dangerous. It's right near our village there. I would need to allocate some of my pips there to try and attack that were tiger. Now I've got a 5 here. This needs a 10, so unfortunately I haven't defeated them yet. But maybe when the red's turn comes around next, maybe they could allocate, let's see, what would they need, a 5 or a 6 there? And then hopefully take out that were tiger. So you're going to be working cooperatively to try and take them out. Now, this whole game is all about trying to stay on top of these were tigers, trying to reveal them as quickly as possible and trying to take them out when they get close to the village. Now, how can were tigers win? Well, via these tokens here, the unrevealed and the revealed tokens, and they're going to work in 2 different ways. The unrevealed tokens straight away go and take out one of your slots here. So you're going to have 3 villager slots, but if over the course of the game, 3 unrevealed tokens come out and take out these 3 slots, it is game over, Red Rover. But the other way that it could work is the were tiger come in revealed and do some damage. So this one, were tiger, is going to do 4 damage every time it's left there, every round it's left there. How they're going to do damage is by removing cards. So it's going to remove 1, 2 cards there, and then you could also remove 1, 2 more. So you would just send out 4 cards there, and then all of a sudden this deck, this villager deck, is getting lighter and lighter by the second. Now, if this villager deck ever runs out, that also triggers the end of the game and the were tigers have won. So 2 ways they can win: end this villager deck and also 3 of these unrevealed tokens. Now, how do you win as the villager? Well, we're going to be doing these watch cards. So every time you finish your turn, so blue just finished their turn, you would reveal a watch card. And this is going to tell you the next thing that's going to happen on the board. So this is telling me I need to put another unrevealed token on the red mountains. So that pushes everything down. There we go. And then this one went over a trap, so we'd have rolled it to see if we destroyed him. We did. Brilliant. That's good. That trap's gone. He's dead. And we move on, so that's now done. And then we'd move over to the red player. Then it would go to the watch, then the blue player, then the watch, red player, and so on. Now, the reason for this watch card is how we're going to win. If we can survive throughout the whole night, go through all of these cards, we get to the ending, we get to daylight, we've survived the Were Tigers, our village survives another night, and that's how you play the game. We talk about the timer of these games being these watch cards, and you have a first and second watch, and there actually is a bit of difference between these two watches. First lot really is about just getting those tokens out on the board, red, green, and blue, and nudging them down towards your village. But as we get to the second watch, things just escalate a lot more. There's a lot more different cards there, and that's when the big boss monsters are going to come out. And again, just adds a bit more of that arc going towards the game where it just feels more and more tense as it gets towards the end. Now, pretty much every game I've played has almost come down to the wire each time, and that's brilliant game design. I really love that and appreciate that a game where literally there's one card in it. Actually, I remember my very first game literally was one card off getting to the ending. I had one more second watch card, then I had the ending. We were that close. It's that sort of feeling that just, it's hard to bring it across in a video, but they're the moments in gaming that make you want to come back to the game. Oh, it's another Were Tiger.
Oh no.
It's an ugly Were Tiger, that one.
No, it's a baby one.
It's a baby Were Tiger.
Yeah.
Still ugly.
Yeah.
And you've still got a 1.
And what should we do the one with? Maybe start beating up with this.
Unfortunately, yes, actually you could. You could do that. You're right. And now we'll flip over that one. Good turn. Well, that's the big daddy Were Tiger. Okay, here we go. The watch. Oh no, a blue again.
Oh no.
Uh-oh, means baby tiger's going to go over our trap. So you've got to roll a dice now. If you roll a 5 or a 6, baby tiger dead. Okay, so you're going to roll it. You got to roll me a 5 or a 6, just one dice. No, he survived the trap.
No, wait. I didn't roll properly.
I'm pretty sure you did. Oh,
5.
okay, you did roll it properly. He dead. Baby tiger dead.
See you later, baby tiger.
The game's rhythm is probably the highlight. Its energetic and brisk pace is brilliant for keeping kids energized into the game and keeping them alerted into the game. I think for kids, they just don't have that mindset to be able to stay on if a game's dragging out. And that's probably one of this game's biggest highlights. You're going to notice between your turn and then the watch and the next person's turn, before you know it's back to you again. But because everyone's also watching the Were Tigers every turn, you always feel involved. It's this brisk pace that really got me enjoying it with the children, because from start to finish, you could see them leaning over the table, enjoying themselves. And it's that sort of pacing that makes it a perfect family weight game. So talking about family weight game, the other thing I want to talk about, just dice. It's a simple component, yet utilized in multiple ways over thousands and thousands of board games. It's just the luck component. I don't know what it is, but that feeling of rolling a dice for a young child, for an adult, it's just as good. It doesn't matter what age you are. And having these dice manipulations and putting dice on different cards and being able to utilize it to attack the Were Tigers. And there's a lot of strategic thinking of how you're going to utilize those pips on the dice. Reminds me a lot of games like Machi Koro. Like, there's so many games out there where I need the numbers to be the right way. Even Catan, I need the right numbers, the right dice rolls for that right luck to give me that right feeling. And that's just fun. That's what these games are about. And this is just another one that I want in my collection for me and my family. I keep talking about families. What if you don't have a family? Is this game also for you? I'm still going to say yes, as long as you treat it like a filler game. It plays more on the 30-minute side, so 30, 35 minutes is pretty much my average for every game I've played. So it's so quick playing. As soon as you know the rules, there's no setup. It's just straight into it, a great filler game. You can play it solo, you can play it up to 4 players. Again, if that's what you need in your collection, a lightish to medium weight game in your collection, well, that's what this is. Dice rolling, getting some cute cards, manipulating those pips, and trying to beat out those Weretigers. I don't think it really matters if you're a child or if you're an adult. This is just fun, and fun comes across for all ages. There we go, Weretigers from Sordane Publishing. Now, Sordane Publishing, I played one of their games recently, Eldara. It's a big, massive 4X game, and it wasn't for me at all. I still enjoyed it. I appreciated how much effort went into it, but it wasn't my sort of game. I don't like those big 4X games. Whereas this is very much for me. This is me playing games with my kids. They're the moments in life that I love. That's, for me, true board gaming bliss right there. And this game was a true surprise. Weretigers, everyone in the family loved it. Hopefully you will love it as well. There we go. That's pretty much all I wanted to talk about. Just a small, quick preview on Weretigers. Go check it out now. Look, I'm Hogs. This is the Bangers Project. This is Weretigers. Till next time, laters.